Hey guys, it's Michael Valentino from Crusader Caravans in Campbellford, Victoria, and today it's the moment we've all been waiting for. The 2025 Gladiator Force has arrived in our Melbourne dealership to walk you through it. This guy's chassis number right behind me is DC 14870. It measures from tip of the A-frame to the back of the spare tyre at 8.5 metres. It has a tear of 1776, an ATM of 2700 kilos, a GTM of 2572, and a ball weight of 128 kilos. It has a black pack that is featured inside this van here, and it measures on plans at 14'7". Enough of all the boring stuff, you gotta see this thing. It's a revamped model, it is absolutely awesome. Crusader Caravans have listened to the customer feedback and it tells. You better take a look. So, the Gladiator Force is just arrived at the Crusader Melbourne dealership, and this thing is absolutely revamped and really awesome. We have some fantastic features inside this van. It measures in at 14'7" with a massive payload. The pick your poison mentality, the standout presence of the Crusader MY25 is well and truly astounding with the Gladiator Force. This guy here behind me features the two seats that's traditionally understood as the Gladiator Force, and things that we love about this model, I'm sure you'll love about too. But before we jump inside and get everyone excited, we better show you all the stuff on the outside. We have a Gladiator Force front sticker. This guy features obviously on all of the CRVs, but it's a clear identification that you've picked yourself a Gladiator Force. There's a few different CRV models in the range, so we have Gladiator, Gladiator Force, and a Gladiator Storm. More to hear about that one. But pick your poison, just depends on layout, all specs same. Let's have a look down here. We have a DO35 rotative coupling. This guy here allows for pivotal movements. It allows for left and right, up and down. It's more of your off-road, safer couplings that people tend to ask about. We have a 6-inch A-frame and chassis all the way back to the wheels. So this is a 450 MPa graded steel, 3mm thickness, all Australian made just here in Epping, right around the corner from the Crusader Caravans manufacturing plant. We have a bit of boring wiring to have a look at. We've got an Anderson plug that is powering via a DC to DC charger, and we have a 7-pin flat that is going to be doing all of your electric brakes and all of your lighting, indicators, brakes, all that sort of stuff. All the fun stuff that you want to make sure works so we don't get pulled over on the road. We have a front winding jockey wheel that is narrowly avoiding, because we are fantastic with the ergonomic design, the stone guard on the front protecting the wrap front of your caravan. The vans themselves are a little bit narrow on the Gladiators, so it just means that it's going to protect and wrap around that whole front. So I've got some lovely sun coming in now, so getting a little bit warmer here in Melbourne. We have a toolbox on the front, so featuring in the toolbox we have a slide for our gas bottles. So that slide pops out obviously, and then we've got two 9-kilo gas bottles, so we've got 18 kilos of gas on board. It keeps them nice and housed, and then this leaves the whole top area for a wood box or a bike rack or anything else you wish to spend your hard-earned money on. We have full wrap stickers. So one thing I love about the Gladiator Force is the Gladiator Force really features a standout effect on the side. You've got the all the side stickering, purple accents on this one, a whole new range of colors to pick from on the MY25 range. On this side of the van, there's a fair amount to look at. We have our MobiCool aluminium windows. So they're a flat finish window from the team at Dometic. It's a MobiCool Dometic. These are the higher end windows. So these are the Dometic MobiCool aluminium windows. Notably different, there's no side locking little knobs on there to keep the arm out. These are a trigger lock accent off the arms, and they've got 3 click stages as well as a double glazed effect on there as well. We have our tunnel boot doors, so notably different. Typically we've seen the coast doors, these are the 2025 doors. So really cool hinging system on these and really cool locking system on these. Looks well and truly like it's going to be keeping everything out. Heaps of screws across here, so no need to worry about any securement on this one. We have our little ripper jack in there. We have a slide out box on the opposite side, but don't get too excited. We'll show you here when we get there. We have our awning winders. We have our drop down leg winder, and we also have a wheel brake, if you will, to be able to get those wheels off if and when that's required. Fingers crossed we don't. We have a 28-litre stainless steel hot water service. This has no anode in it. So this is a stainless steel unit. It means that it's not going to require any swap out or any maintenance really. It's a Swift Aussie-made unit, so up the road just here with Fab and his lovely team up there in Campbellfield. It's a 28-litre fast recovery unit that is a 240 and a gas unit as well. We have 2 110-litre drinking water tanks, or fresh water tanks, and then that's accompanied by a 110-litre grey water tank as well, nominally pointed out here by the red accented valve. And then we also have a bypass valve that comes standard on the 2025 CRV range as well. We have our quick fill system for our water tanks. So in case you're just a bit lazy, or like myself, you don't want to be standing there with a hose stuck inside of your caravan, you just plug this into the mains pressure, obviously with your little spider cap there, plug that in, and then you can suck the water directly into your water tanks. And then we also have a pump that is going to allow you to pick and choose from what water tanks you want to drink from at any given moment, any given time. Little things that Crusader have done. We've got a 2.7 tonne tough ride 12-inch brake suspension with a 16-inch wheel and tyre, just giving you that securement, just giving you that advancement. Obviously the 2024 range featured that. The 2025 range really emphasises that, and it's going to make some of those off-road tourings or Fraser tracks with sort of a narrow van far more accomplishable. So, you know, you drive to conditions, off-road use, not off-road abuse, but I'm sure all of you lovely Crusader Caravanians out there know all about that. We have our RCDs on the outside, and we have our mains inlet as well. And we also have this beautiful little thing that I love. It's one of my favorites, is this little Crusader add-on just there. Just makes you feel a little bit special, feel like that, you know, all that money you've paid was absolutely worth buying Aussie made, because little things like that. We have a window in the ensuite. We have up the top just here, which we'll discover more inside, a boat plug, or as we like to call it, that is a Starlink provisional point. So we've removed all the headache of 12-volt additional work for the Starlink devices that we're commonly getting requested for, or the RV Wi-Fi sort of setups. That there makes more sense inside, but I'll run you through it. We have an omnidirectional jack on the roof, which means you won't have to turn any internal mechanisms or winders. Featuring on the roof, we've got two 200-watt solar panels, and we are running this lovely gentleman with a 135-amp power crank lithium battery to be able to keep you off-road. This is our toilet door. Very impressive. This is the team at Sanjo with their water tank system. Toilet system that is hooked into our water tank system, so it doesn't have an individual fill tank. So this guy here just uses the water that's on board as its flush water. So a little bit different than the Thetford that you have to constantly fill up, a little bit annoying. So these guys at Sanjo have obviously listened and then changed the product to suit. Come to the back, we have a wireless reversing camera, a rear window of course. We have this awesome spare wheel cover, the best cover in the industry if you ask me. If you buy yourself a new caravan, you get one of these from the old Melbourne dealership. It's certainly worth the call to discover your new Crusader. We have a well over-engineered spare wheel holder on the back there from the team at Intel. Guys always looking to go above and beyond. I don't think anyone's ever seen a spare wheel holder like that in their life that is so well reinforced. We have a sequential indicating lighting system on the back there, just because why not? It looks absolutely fantastic as you're hitting the road and makes all the other caravans on the road just go, wow, how impressive. Little things make the difference. We have a storage locker on this side with a massive slide-out tray. So we've got a massive slide-out tray in here. This comes standard within the CRV Gladiator range. Heap to love about this. You can divide it, you can change it, you can put bits and bobs, you can put a little cooker in there, you can put the husband in here if he's being naughty. Whatever works for you, you can pop something in here. Children, probably wouldn't recommend. Oxygen's normally required in those instances. The tunnel boots on this are so well sealed, I think that might be a bit of a pop. We have cooking on the outside. We have a gas bayonet like so. And you can just pop your gas plug into that one there, of course. And we have a flat slide that is ideally used for a cooking sauce. So the team at Integra Systems, Toolbox Systems, we've got a flat slide with a like a ratchet strap over the top to allow you to cater for those different style of barbecues. I personally haven't checked all varieties of the barbecue, but the intention of this, I believe, is the new Weber Q series. So clearly Crusaders, watching those forums, they're paying attention. Obviously with Crusader Caravans Manufacturer of the Year, we manufacture in a full composite construction. So the roof and the floor, I should say, on the MY25 range, where does it start? Great question. It starts right here, right on this bottom corner block, and it runs all the way to the other corner block. all the way, all the way. It's a bit of a distance. I think our cameraman's anticipated how big the van actually is and how great it is. We have 40 mil sandwich panel XPS insulation on the roof and the floor. There isn't another caravan manufacturer that I'm aware of that's running a one-piece roof, one-piece floor in a monocoque-like construction that's going to give you that XPS insulation and the reinforcement that some of these houses that get manufactured today don't have as far as insulation. Do your research, have a good look around. Aluminium, Marante timber, all these things are phasing out of the industry, and the way this is going and the way the direction that Crusader are going, insurance companies are encouraging people, CIL, RACV, the big Bawanas in the industry, they're encouraging people to go for that fully insulated fiberglass construction. No ply on the inside of the walls, no aluminium on the outside. We're talking fiberglass, XPS insulation. We have 32, I believe, approx on the sidewall. So it's an R5 insulation rating on the sidewall. We've got an R7 insulation rating on the roof and the floor. Ask your next caravan provider what insulation rating they're offering you, because Crusader, top tier. Just Google R7 insulation rating, 40 mil roof, 40 mil floor, XPS insulation. Outside entertainment. TV hutch, pop your TV on the outside here. We've got an aerial port just in there and a 12-volt socket to power your TV, as well as a double power point as well. We've got two annex lights on the door side. We've got a massive awning across here from the team at the Fiamma on this particular one. These do vary a bit from time to time with the launch of the 2025 vans, but they're all a quality product and all are there to be able to support you nationally, which is fantastic. So whether it be an Aussie Traveller, Fiamma, they're the brands we're seeing rotate through. Well, absolutely awesome. We have picnic table. This is my absolute favorite thing on the 2025 range. It's little things, but there's no keys. It just means that you can open it up with the little latches on top here, and then you're going to be able to control and use the picnic table without having to annoy the hubby or the wife for the keys. Boom, like so. And these guys just lock up. So streamline-wise, these things look absolutely fantastic. Still, pardon me, still a little bit of storage left and right there, which is fantastic. And at the back, obviously, you've got that storage as well. We close these. Very important to note, you won't see a lot of this product around that isn't on a Crusader. Crusader Caravans, given that they're building at the level they're building at the quality they're building at, and their buying power is as big as what it is, it means that you're going to see some product that other manufacturers can't necessarily procure, which means, one, it's a little bit special. Two, it means that you're getting the best in the industry that has to offer, and it means that wherever you happen to be, we're there always to answer the phone calls. But this is a fantastic change, and we're so excited to see these little things change on the industry. We have down here a very well guarded, very up high battery box, as per the new compliance that came in November last year. We've gone for an all outside battery mount. Lithium batteries outside, definitely my preference. Getting insurance policies nowadays on battery storage or golf clubs and stuff, really a big struggle. A lot of caravan storage places are requesting that lithium batteries be removed in the instance of storage. This is outside. You don't have to fumble with too much of the wiring side of it, so this is definitely where we're going to go. That 6-inch A-frame, 6-inch chassis, we're talking all the way back to the wheels. So all the way back to the wheels. It is an absolutely well and truly reinforced. This is completely built, obviously, with a 5-year structural warranty, 2-year factory warranty nationally, covered with repair centres, obviously, and we've got rubber grommets and whatnot, and welded up grommets and stuff to really give you that exemplary look and exemplary feel, to know that you're not going to get any concerns also on the road. We have an Anderson plug that plugs into here, so that's a multi-use Anderson plug, whether it be a fridge, jump starter, a cheeky little portable solar panel you want to be able to plug into here. It means that providing you've got a control on that solar panel, you're going to be able to feed power back into the battery system, which we're running is a Aspero BM Pro system. So it is a 30 amp AC DC charger, so that's your house power, caravan power, all that sort of stuff. We've got a solar control on the roof that's running at a 25 amp, and we have a 20 amp DC to DC charger. All these things can be changed. All these things can be edited. You want more batteries rather than your 135? Of course, have a chat to us today. You want more solar on the roof? Providing it fits, let's get it up there. Whatever you need, we've got it. You want a van? You want to trade it in? Give us a call. We're more than happy to have a discussion. We love it. Now, enough with all the boring stuff on the outside. Let's jump inside where the magic happens. I'll meet you in there. Nice to meet you in here, guys. This is our Gladiator Force. Now, from the onset, it might look a little bit similar to what you've seen previously with the Gladiator Force, but don't believe it till you see it. This guy here features some awesome features and some little upgrades, some removals too from that of the 2024, but I think it's important we focus on the things that people want. Crusader Caravans looked at all of their order bank, saw what people were adding, subtracting, and you can clearly tell that they've listened, because the little things that people wanted, they wanted to refine, I think the Gladiator Force, as of today, defines and redefines what people want in their caravan. Stand out. 2025 is absolutely something that Crusader Caravans have taken on board. So, let me show you the kitchen. So, the kitchen features an awesome cooktop and grill from the team at Swift, but then they've gone ahead and listened and gone, customers want a microwave that isn't up high, that is easy to use. This is interchangeable, or I shouldn't say interchangeable. It's going to cost you some money, of course. And what in the world is free? But this is an LG microwave. But the world of air fryers has really come into the industry. It was a toss around of like, what do we put in? What do people want? Do we do a microwave? Do we do an air fryer? A lot of people are going, I just air fry. So the team at Swift have an interchangeable option that you can upgrade within your van that is an air frying system. So you don't necessarily need a microwave. If you want a microwave, fantastic. You want to pick yourself up a little cheap microwave, pop it in the cupboard, that's fine too. The fantastic thing about these little hybrid-esque caravans that Crusader put out with the CRVs, it just means flexibility. You have so much choice. No one's in one box, and it means that you're not stuck with certain extras and certain things you don't necessarily want. You can have as much as you want or as little as you need. Completely works for us. So underneath here, where do you keep your pots? Well, good sir, you can keep them in this little pot storage thing. We keep all of our owner's manuals and our shackles and our keys and our TO35 pin, as well as our wireless camera box. We keep that in here because, you know, why not? Now, you might have noticed just with these drawer assembly, these are a different handle. So these are the 2025 MY25 handles. So this little guy here, a little bit different, obviously, just this is our light switch remote as well. So we mount this guy up normally, and it allows people to be able to turn the lights on and off in their vans, like so, through a wireless signal that it sends out. It's a Bluetooth signal almost, so if you're sitting outside, it means you can turn things on and off without directly pointing at something. So fantastic little system. Pack down lists and all those checks and balances that you need. Ooh, did you catch that? This is a soft closing drawer system from the team at Crusader. So it's a metal sided drawer. It is a polycomb base, polycomb back. We have these latches. These latches aren't going anywhere. They're absolutely secure. So a big game change from the team at Crusader, but they're just not moving. And when you see it, so obviously you pop off and then it's in and it's cocoon. Now the sound is obviously optional, completely up to you. I like making the sound. You do as you like. This is our windows. We have blockout and we have midgie screens from the team at Dometic. We have spring-loaded systems, so a little bit different. People are typically used to the magnet system. This is not the magnet system. This is a clipping system. So that is the definitive feature, really, how to be able to tell from the inside what sort of windows. Took our workers a little bit of time to recognize the difference. We have power points at the top here, double power point. We have a range hood with light and fan. We have our overhead cupboard storage all the way at the back. So because that roof rolls over the whole lot, it means that we give you full depth of back storage. There's a little covering there so to be able to run our wiring and whatnot and run the wiring through here. So that's how we make it look so clean and so unique to the Crusaders, hence why they're so popular. We have our camera switch like so, and then we have reinforced gas struts like up here, and we have our hinges like so as well. So in the CRV range, for the last 12 months we've been running these hinges, I have not yet had a warranty or replacement on any of these. A lot of people in the industry traditionally are always a bit worried about the securement of them, and you know, piano hinging. We've used piano hinging for years. We switched over to these, which are a reinforced hinge. So what that means is, like, when we're constructing them, rather than just screwing directly into ply like typically what some of these other manufacturers do, we actually went ahead and bought an exponentially expensive machine, and the machine inserts these plastic rubber grommet sort of maneuvers into the doors. It goes cocoon like that, and then we actually go into those. So it's like we pretty much thread our doors, if you will. So it just means that that's that next level of expense that Crusader's gone to make sure that you, the consumer, aren't having any issues. We do our adjustments. There's going to be adjustments every single time. There's always things after vans move and all that sort of stuff. But because of the backup, because of the service, you guys are covered. It doesn't make a difference. Storage, really big thing in a small van. Doesn't mean you want to take heaps of stuff away, but it just means you want to be able to have and differentiate areas. What have we done? Well, Mr. Sergio Valentino, hi Dad, has gone ahead and made sure that people have the pantry that he's always wanted to put in here. So within our other Crusader Caravans range, we have this pantry, a bigger version of it, of course, but it's a littler van, which means the littler version. We have this handle that's reinforced for pulling, and then we have our fire extinguisher down the bottom. So this is approximately, it's probably about 200 mil, I'd say, worth of storage in these little pantries. It's a really, really awesome little system. Up there, we've got our fuse panel for our solar. So as per the new battery compliance and electrical compliance, each solar panel needs to be individually fused to a breaker and then ran with solar wiring back to the battery system. if you're looking at a van, it doesn't have anything like that, you're a little bit unaware. Some people have bought in these sort of imported markets of vans, they're still waiting on their electrical certificates. They're still waiting on their plumbing certificates. We've got our own plumbers, our own electricians, our own people every single day. Joey, Twan, Steve, these are the same people coming to work every single day. They're the same people waving to us every morning. There's no ambiguity around what old mate's done or what Joey's done or who plumbed this one. We're not really sure. That was when we changed contractors. These are the things that absolutely matter to be able to pick the phone up and say, what is this wire? What does this do? How do I do? What do I do if I want to do? These little things make such a difference, and the feedback from customers within this range is absolutely massive and imperative. Things that matter as well, just one more thing underneath our sink, things to consider for plumbing. Look at that, it's all PVC. So that is an all PVC filtered system, filtered water system. And the guys at S&J do an absolutely fantastic job of this. It is an awesome little unit, and it's clearly accented as well by the black accents through the van. So new hinges, new handles, absolutely awesome. Wireless lighting system, can't go past it. Things that matter as well, let's have a quick look at our shower. So we have a mirror shower door, obviously optionally changed if you want to be able to go for that opaque. Some people don't like looking to themselves, but you know what? You should enjoy it. Love yourself. We have 80-inch ceiling heights. So it just means that you have a lot more flexibility, a lot more breathing room, and the vans look massive. So when people walk in there, this van looks bigger, duh. It's typically because they're really just trying to, one, everything's white in here, that helps. Two is it's 80-inch ceiling heights. Everything's white and gloss and reflective because it's fiberglass, XPS. And it just means that it really bounces. Shower head, black accent, black tapware like so for our little round bowl. For washing hands or brushing teeth or anything like that. We have our little shower head bag here that we pop our shower head in for travel. We have a window, so you can literally be just completely naked and just yelling at people as they walk past, or not. It's completely up to you. Obviously, choices there. We have a shower curtain that blocks out from the toilet because obviously it's a combination shower and toilet. The van's only so big, you can only do so much with it. We have an overhead cupboard for all of your shampoo. I'm more of a Pantene sort of man, of course. And then we have our Sanjo toilets. So the Sanjo toilet is typically like what you've seen, but a very well refined unit. You can see there's no plastic, gaskets across the side, everything's sealed across. Fantastic job from team at Crusader and Vince and his team, the corking side of it. So we use professional corkers, so we're not gonna have those problems. Every single caravan that's manufactured at Crusader Caravans, yes, it's water tested. Means nothing. Anyone can shoot water at a caravan. We air test. We're one of the only manufacturers in the industry that I'm aware of that actually air test caravans and finds water leaks before they even begin. We can find a leak on a screw head. The new testing system at Crusader on the MY24 and MY25 vans implemented across the range and here personally by my team at the Crusader Melbourne dealership, every van that rolls through undergoes an air test. We've got a scissor lift purposely purchased for that process to make it safe for our staff, safe for our people, and to encourage people to make sure that if they have a reason to air test it, they do it. There's people around the industry charging $500 a hit for this test, and we do it on every single van at no charge to you. Because I'm the one that gets the phone calls, I don't want the phone calls, therefore I don't want you to have to make the phone call. We care, we love, it's family. Now, let me get out of this. I'm gonna show you into the lounge area. So before we walk into the lounge, we obviously pass through storage. We have one cupboard with adjustable shelves. We have uno, dos, and just to impress you, tres. And then I believe we have a little flap for, I think this is actually the husband wardrobe, this little section here. It's about a pair of thongs, underwear, socks, maybe a singlet, depending on the size. That's all yours, of course. Fridge is a 170 litre Frolcamp fridge. I'm just gonna pop this out of the way. Oh, sorry, on this side here, I've lost my mind because obviously it's ergonomic. We want it on this side to work with the kitchen. We have all metal shelving in there. The Sanjo unit, Sanjo unit Frolcamp fridge is a 170 litre unit. It is a compressor unit. Had it on literally this morning. You can see that on camera, I believe. All the fog of how cold this fridge is. So I came in this morning, chucked it on auto, just about I came in about 7, it's currently about 7:40. This thing's been running for 40 minutes. It pumps.
Sanjo are a manufacturer that's come hard into the industry. Toilets, awnings, fridges, handles, tunnel boots, and they were what Dometic were when they first started into the industry. No one knew who Dometic were. It was, they went by another name at one point in time, and it was, you know, brand new. And these people have come in and gone, you know what, we're going to go hard, we're going to swing on this, we're going to find manufacturers that have large quantity that we can work with, that we can bring a number of units in to make it cost effective for the consumer, and what can we improve? That's improved. That is awesome. Some of the fridges I used about 7 years ago, this thing would beat them to a pulp. So user-friendly, the controls on it are fantastic. It's husband-proof. You just hold this lock down and it completely removes their ability to be able to touch or feel or play with the settings that the guy on YouTube told you not to touch. Love it. Little flap underneath here, just for a little bit of storage. I think the husband wardrobe continues across there, of course. And then we've got seating. So the upholstery style within the Gladiator Force has changed. These are our new tables. So, yes, we watch the forums. Yes, we listen sometimes. And these are our new tables. So it allows for a rotation. These are very much a marine table. Biggest feedback has been tables too big, tables too big. So this allows you to be able to move it in so many, it's omni movement. Like it can move in so many different ways. It does a spin, it does a 360, it locks in and out. These little things, the way they work is you pull them and then you can loosen. Like for instance, if you get to the point, let's say, this was knocking this guy against here and you're stuck, you pull it and then it allows you to restart the movement. So these are awesome. So again, Crusader have purchased quantity, made sure that they've listened and gone, where can we put these? These didn't even go until last moment with the manufacturing process of the 2025 vans because we wanted to make sure where they put them was in the exact spot people wanted them. Really cool. You can see they're actively listening. They're actively making efforts to make sure that these vans really are spot on for the consumer's expectations, and it's going to give them everything they want. We've obviously got an overhead cupboard above our head for storage up like so. We pop this out of the way. The way these remove is you can slide these in and out, so you can leave obviously the pole at home, you can leave the tabletop at home, you can sort of pick apart what you want to be able to use. It's pick apart. We have storage all the way through. Up there's our sphere lighting module, that does all of our wireless lighting. We've got on each side of this couch, we have USB-C, USB-A, I believe is what they call it, if you're a technically minded gentleman, or lady, of course, for charging. We have double power points. On this side here, we have a 24-inch smart TV from the team at Majestic. The Majestic TV allows for obviously Netflix or Stan or whatever happens to be your poison once you set up your own Netflix, or the Caravan Park happens to be a schmick one with Wi-Fi. We have over on this spot here, so a little bit more of control. We have gas hot water, electric hot water, AC switch for the control of our aircon, which is a unit that is above my head. The team at Bel Air, it's a 2400 series unit. This allows us to maximize the solar on the roof, and it's perfectly suited for a van of this size. So, 14'7" van, it's perfectly suited for that. These guys, feedback-wise on them, my team reckon they cool the van in the fastest possible method to that of any other air conditioner that they play with. So on a warm summer's day, they're stoked to be PDing a van with a Bel Air. We have USB-C and A again across here from the team at 1X with double power point cigarette socket for our TV, and then we also have a coax point there as well. We have our Horton Bel Air controller, mounted by my lovely team here at Crusader Melbourne because they're following my pre-delivery sheet fantastically. We have a Starlink thing. This is so cool. So this is something that I don't know if your van will pop through with, but it's something that I noticed this morning when I popped in. I went, oh, they're labeling bits and pieces. Starlink. Obviously, one too many phone calls to the manufacturers. People are going, what's this little bung here? What's this bung hole? Well, that's your Starlink port. So that little bow plug on the outside, you undo it, you pass the lead through, or alternatively, you leave the Starlink in this area, hook it all up, depending if it's double power point or inverted through 12 volt, or you have a little adapter or whatever you've got. Follow our Starlink handover tutorial videos and stuff to get you an idea about that. So what you do is you set it up, you pop it through, you just pull the lead through. I've seen some awesome things where people cable tie a little loop, so that way when they undo the little boat plug, it pulls the head of it out and then just whoop and pull it down. Step ladder or not a step ladder, even you just roll it out. There's so many ways to do it. That's what I love about the caravan industry and people within it, is everyone's so creative. They've got so many awesome ideas. So pop that through there, 12 volt socket, double power point for powering that Starlink, or alternatively just pop a charger up there and keep something charged, laptop, whatever it may be. Keeping you cool, we've got our aircon, true reverse cycle heater and air conditioner up there from the team at Bel Air. But if you just want a little bit of 12-volt spruce up, we also have our team at Safety Days fan here. So they've got this awesome little system. It actually pops on with a remote now, so you actually be laying in bed and go kunk and turn him on. Unfortunately, we haven't quite got there yet, but if there's 2 fans and you got 1 remote, you will put both on at the same time. So wife might be upset, hubby might be upset, but you know, otherwise, unfortunately, it goes back to the Stone Age. You've got to get up and press a button. So we just pop him on like so, and you've got a light. How cool is that? So again, the guys are really thinking about bits and pieces. We've got timers as well, so 3, 6, 9, 12. In 12 hours, that'll automatically turn off. We've got a little dot on the front there. It's obviously your infrared signal. Brand new smoke detectors. So these are the new smoke detectors, the photoelectric, I think they are, something to that effect. But you get the general gist. They're brand new. It's a Queensland compliance that makes sure you guys remain safe. So Crusader Caravans, we have a full-time compliance officer to make sure that we are keeping these things in check and keeping you guys safe in the most professional way we can. No one wants headaches. We don't want you having them either. That little scupper vent up here, what is that? Well, I think the Trojan horse was actually pioneer of this back in the Trojan days. That there, as you're driving, the old trolls on YouTube go, it doesn't suck air in. Yeah, it doesn't suck air in. It's a hole in a roof. It's a positive air system. So essentially, as you're driving, there's a hole, and as you can imagine, if the hole's open, air comes in. Typically, if there's no dust in the air, it sucks that air in, sucks it in, allows it to come in, passes passively through it, and pressurizes the Caravan. So as it's sucking that air in, it's pushing it out of here, right? And it's stopping dust coming in through the fridge vents. It's stopping dust coming in through the door vents or through the hole that hubby's drilled to be able to pass through a Starling, but he's already got it, so it's irrelevant. Anything that has a dust or air penetration, this allows or stops dust coming in a very archaic method. There are so many bigger and better systems out there, but the reality is this does so much of the work that it may or may not be something that you want to purchase. I've had people buy $160,000 worth of off-road van, and I go, now what air system would you like? Assuming we've got 3 or 4 different options. They're going, nah, scupper vent, best in the industry. Well, can't ask for any better feedback than that. New tables, we've talked about him. Now this bed arrangement that my lovely cameraman's going to swing around and show you is a single bed option, 6'2" by, it's 5-foot queen, so 2'6" to that effect. These guys here can rotate, like so, out of the way. And one thing I love about this is the previous one really impeded that walk-through room, but now you can just stand here just doing jigs. It doesn't really make a difference, so it's a heap of room for you as far as open storage-wise, and there's a heap of light coming through left and right on this guy. We have our beds, single beds, with a zip or a zip, if you are more foreign to that one. And they go together, and then you can have a queen bed, so you just zip these up. This here is like a little tracking system for a board that we have like so. So this board goes between the beds, and then the beds go together, you zip together. So depending if you're you want to be a solo sleeper, or a duo sleeper, or a tri-person sleeper, whatever your arrangement is at home, we don't judge here at Crusader, which is one of the most fantastic things about us. You just pop it in there, you can put the beds together, zip it up. It doesn't really make a difference. A lot of people, funnily enough, will come in and go, oh, single beds. And then really they work through the process, or they get to Darwin where it's like 40 degrees, and they're going, oh, yeah, I don't want to touch anyone. And hubby's going, this is great weather, and she's going, far out, putting the fan on, you know. Hot and cold, people are so different. Talking about differences, whether you've got Samsung, you've got Apple, we've still got chargers on our lights. So we have LED reading lights, like so. And then on the top section here, we have a 5-volt 2-amp charging system via a USB. Up here, that's just a USB-A, but then obviously you can get your little compatibility things, USB-Cs and that sort of stuff. As far as storage goes underneath these beds, we have access points like so. We've got a little Majestic TV under, but that's our battery management system. So that system's safe as houses. There's fuse and safeguards and RCDs and storage switches. You just flick a switch, the whole thing goes to sleep. There's also a breaker on the outside as well. So safety is absolutely prudent for us. It is something that is absolutely top tier. The guys and girls at the manufacturing facility have absolutely listened. We've got overhead cupboards all the way. Our composite roof rolls through, obviously. Above us is our hatch that has block out and screens. And we also have a light that adds also just a little bit of ambiance to to the single bed, double bed arrangement, if you understand what I mean. We have block out windows either side, so you can pop and pop up or lower down, or completely up to you. Whatever is your desire, which is fantastic with Crusader. As I said, as much as you want, as little as you need. We've seen these things roll out with $110,000 worth of spec on them. I've seen them roll in with less. People remove stuff, you know, solo travelers, heaps of solo women travelers, and men travelers as well. Not as many men, a lot more women. And it's fantastic that people are willing, and we've given them the confidence to be able to roll around the country. As a solo traveler, the door is super reinforced on this from a team at Sandro. It's got a center support like reinforcement panel. It's got midgie screens on the entry door, and it's got a security, it's not crim safe, because of course it's not crim safe, trademark. However, it is in fact a security mesh door with a tri-locking system. So probably one of the most reinforced doors in the industry. We have aluminum framed windows. Everything now is to the safest level of security. We offer, you know, your camera, for instance, on the van acts as a nighttime security camera if you bring it from the car into the Caravan. So it just gives you assurance. And those solo travelers, we absolutely respect your ability to roll around the country. And we love the fact that we can give you that confidence, and we give you that 2-hour handover, we give you that demonstration, we show you why these things are awesome. Just trust the brand and just trust the dealership. We're absolutely here for you. We know what it's like, and we certainly want to make sure that you are the most comfortable you can possibly be. Whether it's single beds, double beds, whether it's the fact that you love the brand new Crusader Caravans bed head upholstery that the girls and guys at Crusader, mainly girls, thank you girls, have spent on, there is something to love about the Gladiator Force or the rest of the CRV range that is coming within the 2025 range. The Gladiator Force is here, it's ready to go. If you want to upgrade, you want to change, you've been looking at something within that import market but haven't found that something yet to give you that spice or that oomph or that run, this thing is absolutely awesome. You can have as much as you want, as little as you need, but one thing's important, you will stand out. If you want to find out more information, please give us a call on 9359-2938. We have a brand new Crusader, a brand new Caravan, and an awesome team, not sales team to help you make that right purchase. These guys emphasize on the fact that we want to make sure it's right for you. Head to our website for the latest blog posts or tutorial videos or handover videos at www.crusadercaravansmelbourne.com.au. You can send us an email if you have any questions. You want to be able to get one of these ready to go. Send us an email, hello@crusadermelbourne.com. Alternatively, you can like and subscribe, waiting for the next video, waiting for that next van that ticks those boxes. Make an appointment, ring us, call us. We love to have a chat. Come in for a coffee, whatever works for you. See you next time, guys. Thank you so much for the trust, the entertainment, and the fun times. We'll see you soon, guys. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, please feel free to check out more from Crusader Caravans Melbourne. We have plenty of tutorial videos, product highlights, and walkthrough videos for your next new Crusader Caravan. Thanks so much. Hit subscribe, push the notification bell so you stay up to date with all of our latest content. Thanks so much and happy caravanning.